Hey, what's going on again, everybody? John here with Knight and Shining Armor Paint Correction, Ceramic Coatings, and Detailing. This is a 2018 GMC Sierra Denali. We're going to show how to detail an engine bay. It's the way we do it in our shop environment for a daily driver like this. If it was a high-end exotic or a Mercedes or a BMW or something, we might do it a little bit different, but this engine is really filthy, and this is the way we detail dirty engines like this. I'm going to start off by pressure washing the underside of the hood, the engine bay, get rid of all the loose dirt, dust, grime, whatever happens to be there before we apply a quality citrus-based degreaser. If this engine bay was not as dirty and mucked up, we would be using a different process. We might bust out the Griot's Garage air foamer with the dry foam and a little bit different process. But for these really dirty, thrashed engines that haven't been cleaned in some time, this is the way we do it. Right here we are spraying PDP Orange Power, cut 5:1. It is our favorite degreaser for engine bays like this, especially these dirty ones. And we are liberally going to spray down the engine bay, the underside of the hood, and all that good stuff. Modern engines these days are sealed just about as tight as your modern day iPhones. They do not let water in. We are then going to use the old style Adams Polishes wheel well brush. They don't make them like this anymore, and I'm really upset that they don't, because when this brush gives out, we're going to have to try to find another brush that is very similar to this style. The bristles are really soft. They won't scratch the paint. They almost feel like horsehair, but I know that they're not. Gonna scrub around the engine, the hood liner that's underneath, and then we're gonna make our way into the engine bay. This is a wide open engine. We didn't need any real tiny detailing brushes to get in anywhere because you have so much space to work with. Everything is not tight and compact in this engine bay. Not like you'd see on a Honda Accord or a Mazda Miata. And we are using a platform to stand on, or I am rather. I am somewhat vertically challenged when it comes to trucks that sit up high or higher. When you're all a 5'9", it doesn't help that you need to have an extra 3 feet worth of arms to get stuff done. Now that we're all done going around the engine bay with the brush, I'm going to go ahead and rinse everything off, starting with the underside of the hood first. And even though these engines are, I don't want to say they're waterproof, but they're virtually waterproof, still try to keep the pressure washer nozzle at least 10 to 12 inches from whatever you're going to be spraying on. Don't want to risk blowing pressure in there and getting your ECM wet or anything like that. Now that we're done going around the engine bay, we're going to grab our little handheld flex mini blower. Or if you have an air hose, you can use compressed air as well. But because we were outside and it's like 55 degrees out, we decided just to use the little flex blower. We just want to blow the big puddles of water out. As you'll see here, we're going to come in with some microfibers and dry the plastic and underside of the hood. We do have dedicated microfibers for this purpose. Usually the ones that are a little older, being, I don't want to say recycled, but they're nearing the end of their life, that they're going to be used, whether it's in an engine bay or the underside of the hood. They'll be ending up on the grease pile here soon to use specifically for the nasty, dirty, grimy things, and then they can be tossed. Going to give it another little quick once over with the Flex mini blower, just in case there was anything that was left behind that was in the cracks or crevices in there. And we're going to allow the engine bay to dry the rest of the way. A lot of times we'll start cleaning the wheels and tires around the truck or vehicle we're working on to allow the engine bay to fully dry. And depending on what we're working on will depend on what we put on the engine bay. In this case, we're going to use Xtreme Solutions White Rally. Our other choice is Manetts Mega Shine. If we were working on an exotic, that's more than likely what we would use. But for a daily driver pickup truck, White Rally is absolutely awesome for vehicles of this nature. Just spray it on. It's awesome to do if the sun's out. It'll help it level out. And while that's leveling out, we are going to use Manetts Gloss Sauce for the underside painted surfaces of the hood, as well as the inside of the fender jamb or lip. And as you can see here, I noticed a little spot, and my vertically challenged ass had to grab the hood and bring it down a little bit so I could reach it. Like I said, folks, being short is not fun. Now that the White Rally's had a chance to level out, we're going to take a microfiber. We're going to go ahead and lightly help level it the rest of the way out. And make sure not to forget anything. The plastic, the fan shroud, the plastic on the engine, the battery, the fuse box cover, etc. And last but not least, for the cow plastic trim, we like to use Adams In and Out spray. You can get it on the glass, you can get it in places, and then when you wash the outside of the vehicle, it will wash off the glass, but not the plastic trim. Really makes it easy for tight places or places you don't want stuff to get smeary and nasty, and you create work for yourself because then you have to spend extra time trying to get it off the glass or whatever you're working on. And now that we've got that all wrapped up, we're going to let it finish leveling out, and I'll bring it in closer here for a first-person view. What a difference it makes from how we started. What a difference on the engine bay. Clean, protected, shiny, satinish finish. I am absolutely sure the owner will be thrilled. Thanks again for watching the video, everybody. My name is John. We are Knight & Shining Armor Paint Correction, Ceramic Coatings, and Detailing. We will see everybody in the next video.